MMA Inside the Cage, brought to you by Advanced Sports Labs. Expedite your blood work today at advancedsportslabs.com.
Welcome to MMA Inside the Cage, bringing the world of mixed martial arts straight to you. I'm your humble host, Cyrus Fees. Next to me, the man that was denied a spot on the Invicta card last weekend, talking about Casey Oxenine.
Now, Cyrus, I know that that's just one of your famous intro taglines, but what I wouldn't give to see you and Marlos Conan throw down in a cage fight.
Are you talking like intergender, like Andy Kaufman?
Yes.
That would never happen because me and Marlos were cool. You saw her, we were in the studio interacting.
Yeah, she's got a restraining order against you.
It's 500 feet, bro. I can yell to her still, right? I can still watch her on TV. I don't know. I'm obsessed. This week, we will check out all the highlights from Invicta Fighting Championships inaugural event. Also on the show this week, Iris Garcia back on the beat in Cali. She has a legend of the sport, El Guapo Bas Rutten, in an exclusive interview. But let's get it started with the MMA news flurry and weigh in on all the big top stories of the week. First up, Hector Lombard, the former Bellator middleweight champion, been undefeated in Bellator, signed with the UFC last week. He's already called out Anderson Silva. He's been given Brian Stann at UFC on Fox August 4th. Question to you, Casey, is how do you think that the former Bellator champ's going to fare in the big leagues in the UFC?
Well, Dana White's done it again. They took the middleweight champion from Bellator, and they're planning to do big things with him. Of course, putting him against Brian Stann, which is a huge, tall order for this guy. I think it's going to be fireworks in that fight.
Oh, it's going to be an all-out war, and he's already requested a random drug test. I guess he wants people to know that he's absolutely clean. That's cool. The always outspoken Mark Pavlich was interviewed on Darside Radio, Michael Stetz last week, and one can say that he has laid down a gauntlet to Bellator. He sees holes in their organization and says they will not come into his backyard. Question is, Casey, is Maximum Fighting Championships on the same level as Bellator, in your opinion?
Well, Mark Pavlich can talk. You know,
sure.
There's no doubt about that. Is MFC on the same level as Bellator? Here in the States, I don't think so. I mean, you can't compare HDNet to MTV2 and Spike currently in this juncture. In Canada, Mark Pavlich is the reigning king, and Bellator is looking to make that push into there, so we'll just have to see. But Mark Pavlich will not go down without a fight, I'll tell you that.
No doubt, man. It's going to be great to see what happens between the two. And finally, in our breaking story of the week, Nick Diaz has resurfaced, and he's going after the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and he is suing them, claiming he was unjustly suspended because the marijuana metabolites found in his blood are not a banned substance, and he is a registered card-carrying medical marijuana user and quit 8 days before the fight. Crazy stuff here. He does have a good claim. How do you think this is all going to pan out with Nick Diaz?
Well, Diaz is going to have to set a precedent. You know, I mean, nobody's ever really gotten out of it before, as far as suspension with the marijuana issues and stuff like that. So he's going to have to set that precedent. As far as seeing him back in the cage, he's one of my favorites, so I can't wait.
Well, it's cool because, he was going around saying that maybe he didn't want to fight anymore. He wanted to retire. It turns out he does. He wants to get right back into the cage, and I know a lot of people are very excited to see him back in the octagon. Well, coming up after the break, Iris Garcia has an interview with the great Bas Rutten, and later, we're going to take a look at the monumental Invicta card last weekend. But it's time to get your guard up. Get it up. It's time for this week's MMA Inside the Cage Hit Parade.
Throw the combination as he moves in. Oh, nice shot. Nice. There you go. See? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. The fight is over.
Join us as we open the MMA vault to unlock a wealth of action on Fight Now TV.
Nice right, nice counter, and the knee. That's it, that's it. Oh, oh! What an upset that was in Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Cox. There you go.
As a professional fighter, there's a lot of things that I need to be concerned about. I need to be concerned about my opponent. I need to worry about my fans. I don't want to have to be concerned about my blood work. That's why I go to Advanced Sports Labs, and I get my blood work done in an affordable manner. They get it done fast. They send it to the commission, they send it to the promoter, and they send it to me, so I have peace of mind knowing that everything's done properly.
I mean, why wouldn't you use Advanced Sports Labs? They get things done faster than the competition, and their standard rates are lower than everyone else's sale rates. It's a no-brainer.
Expedite your blood work today at advancedsportslabs.com. MMA Inside the Cage, brought to you by Advanced Sports Labs.
Welcome back to the program. Casey, there are so many characters in the world of mixed martial arts, including yourself. I mean, look at this beard you got going on here. I see like a Grizzly Adams feel.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan's what this is.
Is that what that is? Okay. Regardless, so many characters out there with a ton of charisma, and then there's guys that back it up, and then you got a guy that does both of that, and that's Bas Rutten El Guapo. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about one of the guys that paved the way for the UFC, Pride, mixed martial arts all together, and you've had a chance to interview him. You know what he's all about. Talk about Bas Rutten.
Well, Bas is certainly one of the legends of the sport, and he is, I consider him the biggest the greatest character ever in mixed martial arts. I mean, the guy is hilarious. He's incredible. He's great to be around. And when I got the opportunity to interview him a couple of years ago, I was shaking like a leaf. I was so nervous because I look up to the guy so much. Now Iris is out there. She's got an up-to-date interview with him, what's going on with Boss Rutan, so I'm interested to see it. I've not seen it yet.
Let's check it out. Iris Garcia caught up with Boss at his gym. Let's go out to Kelly and hear from El Guapo.
I'm here with the legendary Boss, El Guapo Rutan. Boss, I gotta tell you something. That happens to be my dad's nickname also.
El Guapo?
Yes.
Wow.
Tell us again how you got that nickname.
From the movie The Three Amigos.
Okay.
I was always, I love that movie. If you look at the shirts, with the Three Amigos shirts. And I was having breakfast with the fighters in Japan at the Hyatt. That's where we always would stay for the Pride Fighting Championships. I was the commentator there. And I was having breakfast with Ken Shamrock and his wife, Tina Shamrock, from the time. And Kevin Randleman and all these guys. And then she's Spanish, so I said, "What? We're talking about the movie. What does it mean, El Guapo?" She said, "Oh, it means the handsome." Yeah. And I was already always calling myself the most handsome fighter in NHB. So then when I believe Kevin Randleman started it, when he got up, he says, "Okay, Guapo, see you later." And the next morning with breakfast, everybody was, "Hey, Guapo, what's up?" That was it.
Well, also, we were talking earlier that you host Punk Payback on Fuel TV. Talk to us about that show.
Well, it's kind of, a lot of people, we realized that a lot of people like the YouTube clip, the bar fighting thing there with all the sound effects, ding, 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 dong, dong, dong. So we figured, hey, why don't we do something like that? Together with George Greenberg, he was the head of Fox, who's now the head of Fuel. Yeah. And we know him for a while. He's a good guy. And I worked with him on FSN for a long time ago. And with the Pride, something happened. I went away there, but he always told me, he says, "Man, I got to do something with you because I think you're really good on camera." So I think 5-6 years later, he called me and he says, "I think I got a good show." So we started brainstorming, putting things together. And ultimately became this show, and where a video camera picks up something bad, for instance, in a robbery at a train gas station. And then I will narrate over the clip. We look at the clip with the people at home. I say what they did wrong, and I say, okay, let's see what I would do. And then they built the same set, kind of, and they put me in the spot of the victim. And then they let the robber, the punks, as we call them, come in. And I show the people at home, with a smile, how to beat them up.
Well, aside of all that, you're really busy. You also just got done teaching here. We're in Boss Rutan Elite MMA. And what classes do you teach? And tell us about Elite MMA.
Well, Elite MMA is a gym. We already have a gym for a long time. I think about 8 years we have one, but this one is only a year and a half old. My name is on the gym, and I always told myself that if I put my name on the gym, I want to try to be there as well. So I teach 2 classes a week. And then in between, I help the fighters out from the fight teams, Although lately it's been hard because I've been just traveling a lot. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, I always try to be here. It's very rarely that I can't make it.
True time, we appreciate it.
You're welcome. Godspeed. We party on. Whoop, whoop.
Awesome stuff. Boss never disappoints. And we got to give props out to Jamie Toney, one of his fighters, to help put that together. And Jamie's a great guy for the MFC. He's actually fighting this weekend.
Absolutely. Great fighter.
No doubt about it. After the break, in the third and final round, we're going to check out all the highlights from Invicta 1 out in Kansas City. But now, a big-time bonus fight. It's a bloodfest. Your guy Nate Jolly taking on Jeremy Myers from Spartan Fighting Championships. Keep it right here on MMA Inside the Cage.
With a pro record of 4 wins, 4 losses, Jeremy Kamikaze Myers. And in the red corner, he stands 5'7", weighing 160 pounds. From Cincinnati, Ohio, he's fighting out of Johnson City, Tennessee. He represents Team Oxendine with a record of 11 wins and 4 losses. Ladies love Nate Jolly.
Nate Jolly going against Jeremy Myers, and our referee for this fight will be Gary Copeland. Nate Jolly in the black trunks, a little bit of camouflage, and Jeremy Kamikaze Myers in the orange and blue trunks.
Round 1, you ready, Red? Round 1, you ready, Blue?
And we are underway. 3 5-minute rounds in store here tonight. Both fighters coming in at 160 pounds. However, doesn't the way these guys fight, I don't see this going the distance.
true, but it was in a fight that it wasn't like he was already on the card and then he had to get a replacement. You know.
So now,
so maybe he knows something that I don't. Maybe
nice left hand. A couple of right elbows to Jeremy Myers.
So if you notice, Nate's going to keep his elbows slightly outside of Jeremy's hips. And what that does is it really limits Jeremy's mobility.
Halfway through round number 1 here in Huntington, West Virginia. Glad you can join us here tonight.
I think
SpartanFighting.com.
For this could happen all fight long.
And there's Nate Jolly again landing some strikes, trying to do some ground and pound up against the cage. Slowly but surely really starting to wear down Jeremy Myers here as he has him push up against the cage for most of this first round.
And it looks like there's just a little bit of swelling on Jeremy Myers' right eye. Not a cut, just a little bit of swelling, probably from those punches that landed flush earlier.
Ladies love Nate Jolly. Well, they're loving what they're seeing here so far tonight from Mr. Jolly. And Nate Jolly in the black trunks. As Myers spinning kick there, another kick. Body shot and shot to the head, but Myers is able to block some. He's not able to block that
hard. You start to second guess your cardio. And so this is where mental toughness comes into play. This is where that experience as an amateur comes into play.
Gary Copeland brings the fighters back to their feet. Halfway through round number 2. Again, spinning back fist. This fight has so far been all Nate Jolly. Combination with a kick there.
See, look, now see how Nate cut off the cage?
And then he looks and he takes him down.
Because you just have nowhere to run.
And much like the first, ooh, nice punch at the end of the first, at the end of the round there. Ooh, nice kick.
Big head kick by Nate Jolly. Oh!
Impressive head kick.
If we look at how much time it spent on the feet, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
You know, and why is that? That's because Nate controlled the fight. Nate took the fight to the ground. So it wasn't so much that it was Myers' inability to do anything.
Ooh, nice right hand from Nate Jolly.
It was just the fact that Nate has just been overwhelming Myers from bell to bell. You know, for 15 minutes, this has pretty much been a recurring theme. I'm going to take you down and punch in your face a lot.
Yeah, Nate Jolly landed a couple more punches to the face and also a couple of body shots as well.
Yeah. And I bet if you could get a clear, honest answer out of Jeremy, he would say, you know, Nate was just too big.
Yeah.
This is just, you know, he's too strong. I couldn't do anything for my guard. Every time he sat up, I couldn't. If I opened my guard, he was going to pass. I just think the size difference here and the strength difference was a big factor here.
Gary Copeland trying to help out with the tape of
yeah, it looks like the gauze is coming out from underneath the glove.
He tried helping and actually made it worse. But final seconds of, and Nate Jolly ends the fight emphatically right there.
All three judges score the bout 30-27. The winner from the red corner, ladies love Nate Jolly.
All right, ladies love Nate Jolly. Let the ladies love you. Go ahead, go ahead.
I love MMA. I'm just glad it came into my life because, I don't know, man, it's the only thing that really makes me happy. Even when I get my ass kicked in here, I'm getting to entertain people and do my thing. So, you know, whether you love me or hate me, man, just thanks for coming and checking it out.